brothers I must keep. How you mean? How you mean? How you mean? How you mean? All my brothers keep, all my brothers I must keep, must keep, must keep. Oh, yeah. Wrong way down the wrong way. 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 Yo, we tell them no bad vibes, no bad vibes. We ain't got no time for no bad mind vibes, no bad vibes, no bad vibes. We ain't got no time for no bad mind vibes, no bad vibes, no bad vibes. We ain't got no time for no bad mind vibes, no bad vibes, no bad vibes. We ain't got no time for no bad mind vibes, bad mind vibes, bad mind vibes.
Welcome to the Youth Live podcast.
Wrong way down the wrong way. Wrong way down the wrong way.
Yeah, today's show again, all about solutions to what's going on the streets of the UK. There's a war going on. It's going to take all of us coming together. Yeah, we need your help, people. We'd love you all to get involved.
We tell them no bad
Now, if
vibes,
you're not already following us up on the socials,
bad mind vibes,
let the youth live.
no bad
Facebook, Instagram,
no bad mind vibes,
Twitter,
no
YouTube channel,
ain't got no time
and www.letstheyouthlive.com.
vibes. We ain't got no
Massive big up to man like Farron, certainly shining out in the UK for what he's doing right now, getting those weapons off the streets. But yes, it's a war going down on our streets. We definitely all need to come together. Very proud of everybody that is doing something out there. Massive, massive big up to each and every one of you. I'd love to get you up on the live, Farron. If you're up for that, just request. It would be great to get you up and, you know, get a catch up of what you're up to. But I'm loving seeing the new recruits. We definitely needed more of you, Farron, doing what you do. And literally, I'm seeing that vision. I am so proud of you. And big up to all your volunteers as well. But yes, we are looking into patrols ourselves over in South London. We definitely need your help over here, Farron. When I've looked into things, we haven't got anything really in place over here in South. So I'm talking Peckham, Camberwell, Brixton. I mean, Brixton have got a school patrol going, but we could do with getting that a lot bigger, getting more people on board. Now, with these podcasts that we've been doing, we've literally just been speaking about solutions. That's what we're about. Let the youth live. Only solutions, positivity, coming together. And we want to hear from you. We want your ideas. We want your opinions. We want, solutions that you think will work. We need to come together. Everybody needs to come together. This is a massive problem that is, throughout the whole of the UK. It's not just, one section. And it doesn't seem to just be young people. This is an issue. Knife crime is an issue for all ages. It's affecting all of us. But literally, we have to work together. Now, I'm very proud of everybody that's had an input over the last, I think it's been about 10 weeks we've been doing this live. we've come up with a list between all of us of actual solutions that will work, but we need your help to promote what it is that we're all doing and to get more people on board with what we're doing. Now, just going to say one of the top things that we discussed was accountability of social media, the big platforms, getting some quality control on board. Definitely this needs to happen within the radio as well. Massive shout out to Chameleon, one of our sick entries for the End Knife Crime Challenge. So big up to you, man. You smashed that. You really, really did. Love to get you up on the live. If you're up for that, just request, all right? Now, another solution that we had, that we've all, we can see that it's a solution. We know we need them all across the UK. It's the bleed control cabinets. They're a very new idea, the cabinets. We've always had, in the last few years, we've had the bleed control kits that are mobile, but the cabinets are 24/7, public accessible. People, bystanders can witness something, go straight to the cabinet, ring 999, get the code for the cabinets and take out the kits, and you will be guided and talked through what to do with the kit to save someone's life, to keep them alive until the ambulance get there. Now, this is something I've been campaigning for alongside Lynn at the Daniel Baird Foundation. We are looking to get these all across the UK, everywhere. We need them. They are a life-saving piece of kit. We need your help to share the campaign. It's something that, will save lives. And I've realised even more the importance of these kits. Literally, people having, catastrophically bleeding can literally die in a couple of minutes. Now, if you're lucky, an ambulance on average will get to you between, 6-7 minutes. But I know that's not every case. I know that for certain. So the fact that people can actually be doing something while they're waiting for the ambulance to come is, it's something that we need to get on board with this ASAP. My friend Lynn at the Daniel Baird Foundation, she is doing fabulous. Literally, the West Midlands are doing us all proud, I tell you. They're literally, you've got neighbours, clubbing together to get the money so that their high street, their village, their shops have got the bleed cabinets. Now, I'd love you all to have a look at the GoFundMe that we're doing. We're literally raising money for South London to get these cabinets. And once we've achieved that mission, we will be, moving out further afield to raise money for cabinets and also the mobile kits. We will also be doing training courses to teach people how to use the mobile kits. The kits are ambulance standard, and every single kit is registered with the London Ambulance Service. Just going to read out a message from The Real Chameleon. Right, you can't come live now, you're at work. Big up though, all right, try and come on another week, and definitely I want you on Best in Britain as well, so we need to, definitely going to give you a message regarding that. Massive shout out to Marcella as well, who's joined us, and Sylvana Green, big up my darling. Also, We Make Good Trouble, big up to you. Now, the whole point of these podcasts really is to get the community involved. We want your opinions. We want to hear you, speaking out about, what it's like for you in your area with the knife crime, the gun crime, the serious youth violence that's going on. Tell us how you're feeling. What you want to happen now, what you want to get done. Because literally, I believe together we can do this. But we have to stay together in unity. Massive shout out to Hazel as well, broski. Enough love going out to you. I'd love to get you up on the live as well. So if you can, just request. All right, no worries if you can't. Now, the thing that I saw, I did speak about this last week, which was that in, I think it's Woolwich, we've got the schools there, definitely the academy there, that has been advising young people to go straight home after school. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go anywhere near the shops. Just go home. Because of the risk that our young people are at. Now, just putting that out there, is this something, all schools, all parents, we all need to be saying to our children, because we can't guarantee that they're going to come home. Like literally, the way it is now, what's going on out there, you can't. And this is why we'd love everybody to come together. Don't wait till, it gets to your door, affects your family, okay? Because the way it's going right now, this, if it hasn't already affected you, it will definitely, going forward, affect someone, some family, it's getting worse. It's definitely an epidemic that's going on out there. But yes, we definitely need to work together. But yes, as I was saying earlier, I am so proud of Farron and the Faz Amnesty. I tell you what, really, really cheered me up seeing his 2 new recruits that he's got out there collecting weapons and taking them into the police station. So, we talked about this many times on the show. We have said that we need more Farrons, and it's happening, So yeah, so going forward, I'm really happy that we have, this, we're getting a team together now for the streets, and we certainly need it. We really, really do. Now, the amount of people we've had on here who, have expressed how scared and frightened they are out there, and it's not surprising. It's scary. It's scary out there. Now, the biggest scare of everything is the actual weapons that are being used, which I didn't really realise for, I don't know, it's kind of in the last, say, 6 months to a year that I've realised why our young people are not making it to the hospital. The weapons that are being used, and they're openly being brought, Peace and Love Movement are doing a petition at the moment. So please check that out. Please sign that. That's going to take a couple of years, though, to get into Parliament and have any discussion. But we're all looking into what we can do now. What can we do? How can we stop these sellers? Like literally, Faz did a video recently, and he spoke about someone that he knew who had rung a certain weapons company, told them he wanted to buy this big knife, and told them that he wanted to stab someone with it when he was asked what he was going to do. He said he was going to stab someone with it, and the person at the other end of the phone or online said, "Do you want a stab-proof jacket as well?" So that is what we are up against. We have sellers on Snapchat. There is no accountability anywhere on any of this social media to protect our children from violence. The back out clause, when we looked into it on Snapchat, was that it's down to the parents. I mean, we're not happy that, the legal age is 13. Why 13? Everybody that's come on, any of the lives, everybody's spoken out and said, why is it 13? And why are our children not protected? There's nothing in place. Now, they can stop music instantly for copyright, but they can't stop violence, murdering of our young people, and the filming of, young people dying on the street. Now, one positive that I have noticed in the online massive platforms, there's 2 that stick out to me. at the moment. One was Scar City Studios, and I think they were the very first actually to speak out and say how it's not normal what's going on the streets. No matter if it's happening all the time, it's not normal, and it's not normal for people to film somebody who is passing away rather than help them. Now, we've discussed this many times on the show. Everybody's in agreement, you know, that these people should be nicked. They should be arrested. And that's something that we're going to be looking into because it's wrong. But I'm so proud of the platforms that have spoken out lately. It's just what we needed you to do, to bring it home to people that it's wrong. Same as the sharing of violence, the sharing of these murders. I don't know how many more times I can say this. Every time I seem to say it, people tell me that it's for awareness, why we need to see, you know, somebody being butchered, sliced up. Now, I know from experts that I've spoken to, I've put many videos up as well speaking out about this. It's not helping our community. It's adding to our problems. I'm going to repost the video, actually, a couple of the videos, just for any of my new followers, just to make it clear why we shouldn't be passing on this trauma. It's bad enough seeing it there, you know, without someone having filmed it to then pass the trauma on to us of an actual murder. It's actually, it's awful. It's awful, and I've heard quite a few people speaking out about this because once you viewed it, you can't take that away. That's in your brain. You know, I know people that can't sleep. You know, I've had trouble sleeping after I've seen certain things. You know, and that was not by choice that I saw them either. So that's something, you know, that's something quite small that people can do. You know, just pass that message on. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, it's adding to our community's problems by doing that, by passing that on. Also, the filming of, you know, these incidents and the murders. Now, as a witness to something a couple of weeks ago that was outside my house, it put me in a situation that made me realise how frightening and frightened people are out there on our streets. This incident involved Rambo knives, machetes, who is responsible? How do we shame these companies? Oh, I've just seen a message from Chameleon. He says, I had a knife pulled in me once when I was younger. I just bolted. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, I witnessed this incident, and it was actually a robbery of a moped. I didn't know what was going on, literally. And I was just swearing, you know, like, what, you know. But it just dawned on me, we can't, you know what I mean? You've got to think about staying alive yourself. So, realistically, you know, we need these weapons off the street. How are they getting here? Like, we've talked about this on the podcast a lot, right? A lot of these come in the post. So, why are the post not picking up on it? Why are there no checks anywhere? What the hell is going on? Because these weapons, when I checked out, this was a real big knife retailer, and please check them out yourself. Oh, sound's back. Never mind. Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you hear me now? I had that the other night on Rep Your Ends, that the sound went. So just let me know anyway. All right, brilliant. I'm back. So so these weapons, there's this one company, and I know Faz is always, you know, like when he's doing his weapon collections, that this company comes up a lot. So, and I know Peace and Love Movement, they know all about them, and they've been trying to get something done. When I looked them up, I couldn't believe it, because not only are, they're the cheapest, that's their selling point, they're the cheapest for any kind of weapons. You won't get any other better price anywhere for these weapons. So I've had a look, and I was horrified. Like, literally, you can tell by the names of the packages of knives, like these multi-packs of Rambos. They've got film titles, so that, the Rambo pack. It was the types of knives. And this is really what's dawned on me, and this is what I said earlier, how I didn't grasp the fact that the weapons that are being used out there, they are for killing bears. They're ones that go in and rip your intestines out on the way out. You have no chance against these weapons. So, I'm reaching out to everyone. I want ideas. I need opinions. How can we take them down? How can we take these people down? They're taking the piss. They are, they know what they're doing, and they're doing it. These are weapons. They're not, they know what they're advertising them for. They know what people are doing with them. I mean, Snapchat is just as bad. Snapchat, people are just selling them on the Snapchat app. And you can't tell me that social media can't see all that, and do something about it. I mean, so how do we get them to do something? Now, the social media, we discussed this time and time again. The accountability of the social media, the big platforms. Loads of people said that, they noticed all of the escalation of the violence, the knife crime, as soon as social media got here. So, we've discussed how are we going to do something, what can we do? Over the years, I've had people say to me, you're wasting your time. They're too big, you can't do. But hang on a minute, big companies have to be accountable. They have to be accountable for what they're doing. Now, just want to shout out Chantel Brady Ellis. Enough love to you, my darling. Big up to Scans Music as well. C Youngs. If anyone would like to join me up on the live, I would absolutely love that. Really want to hear from you. Want to hear your opinions, your ideas, all about solutions again today, because it's heartbreaking. It's literally so heartbreaking what's going on the streets. How many people we are losing. And we're losing them. They're not making it to the hospital. So please, if you can, please help our campaign by sharing, donated for the bleed control cabinets. That is something that will save lives. Without doubt, it will save lives. We'll be seeing some people, being kept alive till the ambulance gets there. Now, they are ambulance standard, the kits inside the cabinet. They are registered with the London Ambulance Service. So it's something that it's needed across the UK. Now, as I said before, I'm doing the GoFundMe for South London. I want these everywhere in South London. So I'm raising £10,000. I'm going to buy as many cabinets as I can, all right? And when I've done that, I'm going to move on to surrounding areas. But this is just one part of a solution. While they are talking, while people are discussing, while they're thinking about marching again. Now, I've been on loads of marches. I helped coordinate the Your City Says No to Serious Youth Violence. Now that, if everybody had come together on that, that would have made a real huge difference. But we did manage to get 45 cities and towns on board. And we, on the same day, at the same time, we all came together. We all came together and we said enough is enough. But we needed everybody out. like everybody. And we need to be demanding what we want to happen. It's a nationwide emergency. It's not, you know, I'm horrified how many, you know, people I've heard about being murdered in the last week. We're talking about babies. I saw a baby had been stabbed to death. I saw a toddler. I'm hearing about so much domestic violence with knives. Like, we need a solution. Now, I just want to big up everybody up on the live, as I always do. You are doing your part. You're trying to make a difference. You're working with us, okay? And that's what we need. And we need more people on board with this. The more you can share any of the campaigns, even the End Knife Crime Challenge. So far, we've had 2 entrants for it. We have got cash prizes. We've got merchandise as well. Right, yeah, Eva Lingza, she's saying police are not helping. They're not helping, but there are some police out there who are doing some bits, like literally. What I believe, a lot of the, you know, the legislation, the law, holds so much of it back. You know what I mean? Even if you had some good police officers, that it's very, you know, hard to get out of the system. Wanted to big up, there's an ex-police officer that has joined FAS for the FAS Amnesty. So big up to him, man. Respect. And I'm loving that. I said this earlier on the podcast, really loving that we're actually building this community team. The patrols, the FAS Amnesty, we've got school patrols building in, we've got Brixton, we've got Croydon. They're both, I think, raising money on GoFundMe. So that's something you could all, you know, share that. You can donate to that. Any help at all with this. And the main help we need with it is promotion. To promote this so that people who don't know about us and don't know what, you know, that they know that we're here. Now, just while I think of it as well, another solution that we thought of, and this is something I had thought of many years ago, and I do believe we need this. I've got someone in mind that I'm hoping may start the South London one for me. I really hope so. So let me know your thoughts on this. Anything that I'm talking about, please. I want to hear your feedback, your opinions. I was hoping that Christella and my daughter Laws were going to join me today. And possibly there was another guy, actually, Carl, who said he was going to join. But I haven't seen them, so I don't know. Massive shout out to Captain Crafts and Genevieve. Good afternoon to you, my darling. Yeah, comedian saying address the demand. See, literally, I feel like it's a nationwide emergency what's going on. So, like with the COVID, we should be able to get together and demand that things are changed. Like ASAP. How quick they changed it for the COVID. Like, why should we now, and people out, like young people out there, wait for 2 years to try and get some kind of legislation in or get some, you know, discussed in Parliament? I know myself, I've been waiting years. Enough was enough many years ago. This is something else. It's surreal what's going on. And certain people's attitude to it as well. And they're kind of burying their head in the sand, you know, because it hasn't happened to them or they don't know anyone but literally this is an epidemic. I'm being as real as I can be about this if you don't already know. But, you know, majority of people do know what's going on. This isn't just a London thing. This is all across the UK. And I mean, literally, you could take this worldwide because this is, you know, it's a global issue. But I can't be dealing with the global as well. You know, I just want to, you know, make a difference here. Right, let's take a request. I'm not sure who's requesting, but let's go. Hey, Rottweiler. My sick artists, a man like Rottweiler. Fantastic.
Wagwan. What's good?
Hey, good to see you, man.
Wagwan. I was just writing, sorting out flipping work in that. Yeah. No, you know
Ah,
what it is?
mhm.
You know what it is? I feel, yeah, like I find if if the police, yeah, if the police showed us black people respect, I think we would be more aligned with them than against them. It's the way how police have treated us has
Yeah.
evoked other stupidity of others to use their anger in a very unnecessary way.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like this, yeah, when you're angry, you're gonna do something the unordinary. It's like these kids nowadays are looking up to these artists with all these blue ticks, big money, blah blah blah, and
Mhm.
they're the ones who are big tick money, bling, showing, flexing, all these women half naked around them. They're the ones that are inciting younger kids to do the wrong. They're inciting
Mhm.
kids to not grow and still be kids. There's kids out here that are not being kids anymore. There's
Mhm.
kids out here that want to be at my age or 30. They want to be my age. They want to do big man age. They want to do big man antics. But then
Mhm.
it goes like this. There can't be a left. There's not going to be a right. And if there's a
Mhm.
right, there's always going to be a left. So unless everyone starts using their mentality, their powers, it's like there's a lot of high profited artists. There's high status MCs, rappers, singers. Yeah, they could easily come from their pedestal and say,
Mhm.
look, what we're doing is not making a difference. We're killing the population. And
Yeah.
everybody feeling it's just black people that's killing black people. It is 80% is just black people killing black people. For what? Another black person just to get a stripe or just to get a name. We're killing each other just to be on the same spot when all of us have enough spaces in this world
Yeah.
to be the number one. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people are like, oh, you have to be a bad man. You see, this is how I see it. The music industry, being talking bad, talking negative is paying the way of life right now. So that's all people are seeing. People are seeing, yeah, let's talk about stabbing him. Let's talk about calling women slags. Let's talk about just using them, abusing them, fucking them, and leaving them. It's not
Mhm.
like that. Life shouldn't be like that. That's not
Mhm.
life. Life is about understanding, reincarnating, and re-elevating. And it comes to a point like this, sweetie. Yeah? It's like, why should us men, me and others, sit back with? I'm on a very high status with the music scene right now, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna sit here as a big artist and just let everyone die. Let everyone. If I can say my piece,
That's
if I can help one
it.
person, if I can help one person out of five, I'm cool for that. But
Mhm.
it's coming to a point now. A lot of you got a lot of young girls. When I mean young girls, not 16, 18, that's young adults. I'm talking young girls. I'm talking these young 12, 13-year-olds that are wearing these nasty crop tops, these nasty tight leggings, shorts. They're thinking big man. They're attracting these dumb, imbecile young youths that are thinking that they are men and they treat young girls like they're men. So when it happens, young girls start growing up to be older, their
Mhm.
mindset has been deframed because what they've been through since as a kid. And it's not going to help them get love. And they think by treating themselves by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
So
right.
true.
It's not right. And it's like, that's why girls turn to slags or girls being hoes because they don't know what respect or love is. And to only know to know when it's right. And when it's
Mhm.
right, it's too late. They've already broken
Yeah.
their inner stool, the inner peace, the inner inventory of a woman. And men need to understand women are our creators. Women are our receivers.
Yeah.
Women, women are our houses. Women are our gardens, our settee, our front door. All men need to do is learn to just put a mat, put a carpet, and just learn to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's coming to a point right now in this day and age, this day and age, there is no hospitality, no dignity, and there's no hospitality towards anyone. I will see a white woman on the
True.
road. I ain't gonna look at her and think, yeah, oh, yeah, she likes black man. This is a thing as well. There's a lot of judging and assuming. I don't judge people. I only judge you by your actions. I don't judge you by your
Yeah.
past.
So I'm like.
That's a maturity. That's maturity. And it comes to like these little 16-year-old black boys. They're making it worse for their family because when they're stepping outside their door, they think they can get raw, but they can't. They can't. And uh, and it's hard. It's hard right now because how I see it is, I'd rather people start thinking of legacy than popularity because popularity can kill you, and legacy can grow you. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of men are like, really? But oh, you're a big guy. You've weighed man in. I've done dirt. I've done a lot of dirt, sweetie. Yeah, I've done a lot. I'm in the paper for a firearm thing and all of that. I did that. That was them. I had to do them type of things because if I didn't do the negative, I wouldn't be the big positive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
So it comes to a life where if you don't understand how to grow, you'll maintain the same level. And it's like, if you don't know how to bury stems, you're not going to become blossoming. But yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I was just saying like...
That's very good points there, you know. And you broke that down good. Like you really
man, and it's like, I think with schools as well. Schools, I think the government should start tracking people who live near schools. Start tracking men who are living near schools. Because 75% of the United Kingdom paedophiles are living near schools.
Yeah, that's a fact, isn't it? Yeah.
They're living near schools. And the government is a part of the system of failing. They want the system to, they want the society to fail, so everyone goes running to them. Yeah. So they want us, they don't want us to have the same wages as them, darling. They don't want us to have the same way of life like them. Because just imagine if the government, the legal hi-hats, the infobers, the infoteurs and the infotilers are the ones behind Boris, behind the legal, behind the MPs, behind the HMP, manifesting colonian. The colonian are the high above government research searches, yeah? They are the ones that's controlling Boris. It's not Boris controlling us.
Yeah, exactly. He's just the puppet.
Boris is the puppet. If the high Canosians, the ones that are up there telling Boris, lick his feet, he's got to fucking lick his feet to stay where he is.
Yeah. He's just told what to do. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like you've got dumb black people, you've got dumb white people, Asian people, Muslim. It's 50-50 in life. But what people can do to make it 100 is to show the other 50% to others, to let other people realize, you know what? That's not good, my brother. Like,
you're right.
Get me And it's like, there's women like you that are doing big stuff for the community that's not getting respect. And you know what it is? It's the wrong people that are getting the respect and love.
Yes.
And
I can see it clear as day.
It's not the right people that's getting that elevation and support. It's like you have to be a cunt. You have to be a cunt to get where you have to. It's crazy.
You're bang on though.
You have to be a cunt to get where you have to. You have to be a nasty, indecisive, most intolerant man to get where you get to. I've got to make tracks about fucking strangling chicks, beating up chicks if they get disrespect. No. I'll be real with you, yeah? I'd rather be a man, broke, real and strong, than be rich, unhappy and unknowledgeable. That's not me. I've done shit in my life. I've done shit. I don't need to boast. I've been in the paper for a firearm. I don't need to be in the paper. But I had to be in the paper. I did stuff because I knew I can handle it. But there's youths out here that are getting into crime.
Yeah, and they're babies
that
still.
Can't handle it. They mentally think they can, but in heart they can't hold it. You tell a kid, go to the shop and go rob me something. The first thing they'll do, what, me? Yes, you. These youths pretend they have heart, but they haven't got heart. These youths are better off staying at yard, cleaning their mum's yard, doing the hoovering, washing. I did all that shit.
Yeah. It's good
and this is what I'm trying to explain. Being a man doesn't mean you have to be a bad man. Being a man is on about priorities. Nostalgian ways can make you undecent and untolerable, where untolerable means where you may think you're high, but you're really, really low. And these and it's like these people i.e. young kids, need to stop looking up to people who ain't got nothing to prove, who ain't got nothing to live by. Everybody wants to live by something, but they don't want to work hard for something.
No, they
And
just want the quick route.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry, I'm
it.
hot.
Anything
I'm
quick.
doing a
Yeah.
workout.
Right,
Yeah, like,
Rottweiler, I was just gonna. We've got someone else requesting. All right, so
yeah.
I'll bring them on as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know who it is.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right,
That's cool.
Jace Groans. Right. Hang on. A big up to everyone locked in as well. Feeling the
Yeah,
love today,
what's
you
up,
lot.
Wagwan, everyone? Wagwan, everyone. Hello.
Yeah. But that was some wicked points that you raised there. All of that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, darling. You changed your name.
I have. Remember, I deleted my profile link.
Hi. This is my
Yeah. But, everything that you're. Sorry, what's your name?
Me,
Yeah.
Rottweiler or Rotty, don't matter. Yeah,
Rotty. All right, I'll call you Rotty. Yeah. My name's Lee. Yeah.
I love
So
blessings.
basically,
This is my beautiful friend Leela. All right.
Okay. Hi, darling. You alright?
nice to meet you. Yeah. But yeah, everything you were saying was 100% on point. So
Thank you.
I was actually enjoying listening to you guys.
Thank you.
So obviously you guys can carry on, and I'll contribute where I don't want to interrupt.
No, you know, and
the brilliant.
I think
Right.
it is, and I think like adults are showing what life is: the booze, the bling, the money, the sex, the drugs.
Yeah.
But what they're showing is how to kill the population. They're showing how to kill it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
to me, a rapper, an artist, I'm a big artist, Sweetie, you know this, yeah? But
Yeah.
I could be doing my thing, but I'd rather use my powers for the good. So when
Exactly.
I die,
Like us,
when I die and I buried my blood clot and I'm underneath this fucking soil,
You can
I
die
know.
in peace when you've done a good thing.
Yeah.
right? I die with humbleness. I die with prosperity. I die with abundance of realness. Yeah.
And
It's like I was saying earlier, my love. I'd rather die with legacy than popularity. Yeah? Because people forget youngsters are like water, yeah? Wherever the source, kids' minds are like water. It can travel so far, but it will always go back to the source, i.e., their mum and dad. You understand me? Yeah, and it gets to a point like this. It's like, how can we help? Do you know how we can help? Is because if we start using this. Oh shit! Someone's ringing me. My agent. Oh, could I come back in?
Yeah.
You let me out. All right. Sorry. Yeah, you call me back. Oh, it's all right. Oh, hang on. He's messaging me. Hang on. He's messaging me. Oh, you're busy. Give me a ring when you can.
Authentic. Things like this only happen when it's authentic.
Yes.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I apologize. I sounded very. Oh my god,
No,
I can't. But yeah, it's just like.
Yeah, about the children's minds.
Sorry.
Well, as you were saying about the children's minds, they're very.
The children's mindset is like water. It will travel so far where they want it to, but it will always go back to their source, their mum and dad. And these kids don't understand. Kids will do something just to fit in nowadays. They'll say, "Oh, Bradley, if you fuck up this guy, you're my brother blood. I'll buy you this." They'll do it. They'll see a girl. They'll be to the guy, go chat her up. All right. But he doesn't know that they're trying to take the piss out of him so they can get married.
There's a lot of that going on. There's loads of that. All the grooming.
And then you got young girls that are like 12, 13 years, 12, 13 with nipple piercings. What the fuck is that about?
That's not on. But then you have to ask yourself, what type of parents are allowing the children to do that? And further to that, it's social engineering through the media.
It is social engineering, but it's straight down to the parents, straight down to the root of the concrete where it grows from our foundation.
I was just going to say, Rottweiler, my friend Christella, who's normally on,
Hello.
she works in child exploitation. And
Hot language.
basically, that's young people with no parents. So it made me think about the young people that are out there that don't have parents.
Yeah, no, of course not. I'm not.
So we've got those
about
as
that?
well to.
I understand that. I do. Like kids with no parents. I know kids that live with no mum and dad or live with just a mum or just a dad. I understand that. But whatever adult is around you in your sectors, they've got to make it better for you. How could you be a 12-year-old going out here with crop top, yeah? And with your 12, 13, why do you need these done? Why do you need to wear batty riders? Come on. Like, all that's going to entice a sick pedo. That's going to entice a man that is on that nasty mentality.
I get what you're saying. Then
that's actually the agenda of the elite people. They want to create, as Bob Marley's put it himself, a pimper's paradise. So that's where we go back to the social engineering, and that even some of the parents have already been social engineered. And so therefore, whatever offspring they produce now are going to further implement the social engineering.
Yeah.
So it's like already.
And it's like not saying other older women are, but it's getting sick out here, real sick, and I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I keep myself to myself. You get older women. You get older women that's trying to be like their young daughter. What the fuck, blood?
Yeah.
You got older women trying to be like their younger daughter. What the fuck, dog? What are you trying to be? Her friend or her mum? What the fuck are you doing? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
I know, like mums going raving with their kids, and I know what you mean. It's bad.
I just find, do you know what it? Yeah, and I just find it. I find it to myself. I find it.
I'm going to stay as long as possible. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! I'm glad you joined us today, though. I'm so happy.
I'll be joining you a lot more. Don't you worry about that. Whenever you need.
No, and it's just I thought I'd come through and support it. Yeah, like I was just sorting out emails because I'm performing.
Rottweiler, you truly are. You always support the podcast. You support all my shows.
Yeah, always. I come and look like till I die, blood. Like you should be with Kiss 100 and them people there. That's why I put you on that pedestal. Cause you got
coming, that. Don't worry, it's coming, man.
Like, listen, do you know what it is as well? Because do you know what it is? Because my name is big and I'm a big artist and I do like major stuff. That doesn't mean I can't come down off the ladder and help people who are above at the bottom of me. I want to pull everyone up because I'm at a big. And this is
a trend.
And this is what I'm trying to explain. No matter how high you are as an artist, because I'm getting my blue tick soon. I've been confirmed. I'm getting my blue tick soon. So but even when I get my blue tick in that, everyone's still a king and queen in my eyes. Because I'm higher than you, that doesn't mean I'm better than you.
No.
Yeah. So when I want to bring people,
you calling yourself a king or a queen or an empress or an emperor is meant to elevate your mindset to a certain level. It's not meant to be.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what? This is how it is true, and this is how I look at it. Because I read books a lot, and it's like I believe in. This is how I look at it. You can't fake what's real, but you can't be real when you know what's fake. This is what I live by. Yeah.
I suppose when everything around us is fake,
Yeah.
Right. So it's logics. I always work with logics, and it's like I look at it like this. Before I go, I don't want to take up the thing too tough. You get me? Sorry. Like,
it's a pleasure.
Too many men that are like in their 40s, older than me. They're still doing this fucking my ends business. My area. Listen, let me state this clear, loud, publicly, on the freaking Help the United Kingdom business thing. Let me tell you something real quick. If you're 40 years old, stop hanging around shops drinking your lager. Fix up. You have kids. Look after your kids. Teach them. It's a joke too. But listen, I'm gonna go, God.
Love always, man.
But but thank you for having me on, though. Yeah, but love and blessings, love you all, and nice to meet you, darling.
Enough respect.
Take care.
Yeah, yeah,
See you later.
definitely.
Thanks for
Sweetie,
joining
I
us.
love you.
We love you.
Take care, though, yeah? Bye, then. Easy. Love, love, love.
Have a blessed rest of your Sunday, man. Ah, love him.
Yeah, that was wicked. I was enjoying that, Lee.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This since we started doing this live, we've realized how many people want to speak. How many people, you know what I mean? And I think it's lovely to hear people's ideas, people's opinions, because we've all got them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if we're
You
working
have
together,
it's valuable.
definitely.
Yeah.
Now I know me and you were speaking earlier to do with weapons earlier today.
Yes.
Now I was saying to you about this a couple of specific companies that it's horrifying. They're not making any you know, they're being straight out with it. You know, this is for war. You know what I mean? The weapons are for war. They're not just normal knives. These are for killing bears. They are horrific weapons of like destruction. But what do we do? How do we clamp down on these? How do we? They're all over Snapchat. They're on the internet. You don't need any ID. I mean, they've.
Well, I think this just mirrors the whole attitude of the real intentions of the people that are in power, because, you know, if they can go to Parliament and make a referendum about Oyster cards and have that change within the next 6 months, then why can you not do that about arms and weapons? But it's obvious, you know, all right, the government, they don't get their own money from their own work. They get money from tax, they get money from funding, from investors, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Investors have no other interest apart from monetary, you know, monetary interests. So, and if investors and government are working together, and we know that the investors are putting money into these arms companies, then, you know, that just speaks for itself. The government aren't interested in cracking down on it because the monetary interest will be gone, and weapons make a lot of money. War makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, one of their, what do you call it? One of their phrases that they like to use a lot amongst themselves is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we kill each other, it just makes their job a lot easier.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, you know, that's why they're not going to have any interest. But the only way I think we could crack down on that is if we kind of, you know, make it public that we're not happy with the way that the arms companies are getting away with, you know, just selling things to our kids with no regards to the
I mean,
outcome.
what I saw, I mean, I thought I'd seen a lot already over the years. When I checked out the company, and I'll say who they are, they're called Anglo Arms, because Faz is always talking about them. They don't give a shit. They are, you know, they know what they're being used for. You know, they've got knives that, you know, like a double knife. Like, why would you use a double? You know what I mean? With two different sets of different grooves on each side. They're for killing bears. They're for ripping out, going in and ripping out intestines. And this is why our kids aren't making it to the hospital. They're you know.
It's like they're advancing the weapon to ensure that it's going to kill somebody.
Yeah. There's no
but
doubt.
Who sits there and thinks, how can I make this more deadly? Do you know what I mean? Like, even to have that mindset, I think that's worrying to have that in high places.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to have a look at their site?
Not yet. No, I haven't. But I've heard of another called. Have you heard of Trojan?
Yes. Yeah. They're another one. I think they're the second one.
Yeah. But then again, as much as I admire that they're making stab-proof clothing, they're still capitalizing off of people's deaths.
Yeah.
Why are we not putting that money funding into stopping the whole thing altogether? Not, you know, it's kind of like a pharmaceutical company then, you know. They're fully aware that, you know, the body under certain circumstances, whether, you know, oxidative stress, pH level, whatever it is, you know, your glands being out of balance and, you know, eating unhealthy foods, that can make you sick. But instead, they want to sell us medicine. It's the same kind of, you know,
yeah. And it's mad that you say that Trojan are doing the, have I frozen? You nearly. Yeah, that Trojan are doing the stab-proof jackets as well. Oh, I don't know if that's your Wi-Fi. It might be your battery. It could be mine. Hopefully you'll be back with us in a minute. But yeah, so Trojan are a company. They're scared. The bigger the weapon, the bigger the space between the bodies. Yeah, you're right, Chantel. And that's what I believe. Because I literally, Leela's locked. But I know her, I know she said her battery was low. And mine may do that as well. Hi, Mish Mill, how you doing? Yes, Chantel. Literally, like, I had an incident outside my house and the weapons were bigger than them. Big P saying, I might as well do it on my mic. Right, Big P saying, how are you today, Big P? They didn't want weapons on the streets of London. There wouldn't be. And as for stopping it, it's gone past that. If we want to be honest, it's become a way of life. It's sad to say. Right. I would like to think we can do something about that, P. Yeah, I'm determined and I know we can definitely make a difference. All right. But I know what you're saying, that yes, there is kind of a, you know, a lifestyle and that's all being promoted, but we want to change that. And we're looking to change that. Big P is saying, same with America and guns, but just a smaller version. Yes. What else have we got? Such an important topic. Thank you for caring enough. Bless you, Mish. Literally, I couldn't not talk about it. It's something that's very, very dear to my heart because I have lost a fair few people to knife crime and serious youth violence. I feel like not enough, you know, people with big platforms are speaking out on it. That's what we need. We also need, you know, like Rottweiler was saying earlier, more verified artists speaking out, you know, with huge followings, because there's not enough. So yes, but definitely I feel like, you know, the right people together, promoting the right positive message and working together on these solutions. So yeah, we're looking for ideas how we can, you know, put a stop to these, at least these two companies anyway, Anglo Arms and Trojan. They're taking the piss, like they're literally taking the piss, yeah, what they're supplying to our young people. But yeah, so Faz had someone ring up I think it was Anglo Arms, I can't swear to it. He told them that, yeah, he wanted this big weapon and he was planning to stab someone with it. So the other person said, oh, do you want a stab-proof jacket? So yeah, so they know that people are buying these and what the purpose is and why they are doing it. Right, P says, most of the carrying because they're scared. Yep, I definitely believe that. And a lot of that could possibly be from all the videos that are going around, all the sharing of the horrific incidents, and also these weapons. These weapons need to go. Like, I don't see why. I have no idea why they're still coming in. I've got no idea why they're not getting picked up in the post. I've got no idea why social media are not accountable. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But we need to stand together to actually go, do you know what? This is what we're demanding. Now, I just want to big up as well a man like 95 Crip, who I've been watching. Admittedly, I didn't see his post from last year, unfortunately, but he started a new party called the UPP, United People's Party. I was hoping he'd come on today, actually. He did say he was going to come and join the live, but maybe he'll join us in a bit or another time. But yeah, check him out as well, what he's doing, which is, you know, doing things to support the community, cleaning up the community, cleaning up the blocks. Like, big up to him and big up to everyone who's doing amazing work out there with the young people, keeping our young people alive, you know, doing what they can. But the biggest thing we're up against, I would say, one is the social media and the type of weapons. Like, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. It's heartbreaking. But we need to make a difference. We need to make changes
This is wrong. Now, I know the government have got a law coming in, probably within the next year. Mish Mills is saying it's got to be done and we have to save these youth. We certainly do. Listen, we all have to take accountability. No matter who you are, we need to take, you have to take accountability for what's going on right now, because we've all played our part in this. Literally, we've all played our part. But, it's time to make a change. Let's switch it up. Let's fucking make a difference. Let's do something about all of this shit. Because I literally can't take it. And I can't take it anymore. I can't. And I can't take the heartbreak. I can't take all of it. It's like something surreal. What the hell is going on? What is going on? Big up to everyone who's just joined in as well. Anybody who'd like to come up on the live, we'd love to hear from you. Any suggestions, any ideas, talk to us about what it's like for you, how knife crime's affected you, what's it doing in your area? Any ideas how we can fix that? How can we make it, I know I do hear, a lot of the time we need youth clubs, we need this, we need to keep the children safe to go to a youth club. They're being murdered in youth clubs. They're being murdered on the way to youth club. They're being murdered on the way back from football. They're being murdered in the shopping centre. They're being murdered on the way to school. How more real can we get about this? I put it out there last week. Do we need stab-proof school uniform? Because we need to seriously think about what we're going to do now. While everyone's talking, do you know, I found out the other day that Sadiq Khan had a knife summit. I didn't hear nothing about it anywhere that it was happening, or anybody that I know who's doing exceptional work, grassroots work, who knows what solutions are needed and can implement them with the right funding, with the right assistance. Why weren't any of them spoken to? What was said at that knife crime summit? I'd love to know. What, more statistics, more money being thrown in the wrong places? The right people need to be, brought together and be sat around that table. Right, we're going to read out a few messages here as well. Right, Chantel's saying, it's scary to send your own kids to a park just in case. Yeah, you're right. Like, literally, it's not even me. Like, I have a teenage daughter, wants to go out with her friends and stuff. It is the luck of the draw. That's where we're at. They only need to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the thing is, these incidents are happening more and more and more. And especially, shopping centres, where I used to go out with my friends. We'd go out for the day shopping. I couldn't even dream of saying to my daughter, yeah, go off. What is in place for our kids if they're out anywhere? Parks. In fact, parks in particular. When I think about it, let's just take our minds back to the Hyde Park incident. That wasn't that long ago. We're looking at a few months ago. Just envision that, because that was so out of hand, so frightening. Loads of kids were there. And what's changed since then? What is in place since then? If that happens again in another park, what is in place? And we've got a lot of people hiding weapons in the park. I mean, that's a prime place that people hide weapons. And that's where our kids are going. Right, a few more messages. I didn't read much out, did I? Right, let's have a look. Right, where are we? Mish Mills saying, myself, also sorry for your loss. You're appreciated. Enough love to you, my darling, because I know the pain that our communities are feeling. The families, the ripples of trauma. Like, this ain't no exaggeration. This is what we're all having to just deal with, and keep it moving. Hang on, we need something to fucking change. Like, literally, it needs to fucking switch up. I'm sick of it. I'm totally sick of it. And I know between us, we can make a difference. But we literally have to support one another in what we're doing, and the people that are doing exceptional work. All you got to do, check out the Let the Youth Live. Keep up with the post. Watch who is on there. Those people are doing what's necessary, but they need more support to do more of what they're doing. So if anyone's out there doesn't know what to do, you know, to do anything to help, you can support any of them people. You could share their posts on your page. You could share it on your story. You could, you know, volunteer if if you've got that kind of time, you know, or you could donate some money. Like, you could always help, even in any just small way. It really doesn't matter, as long as you're doing something, taking responsibility, accountability, and making a difference for our, you know, children's children. Yeah, because what the hell is it going to be like if we just let this continue how it's going? Big P's saying most of the carrying because they're scared. Oh my goodness, your brother was stabbed 21 times. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he, I hope he's still alive. Like, what the, I'm so sorry, you know, to hear, like, and this is what I mean. It's too, like, these scoreboard things as well. Like, I mean, if anyone's got any ideas how to take any YouTube channels down, videos down, I've fucking had enough. Like, I literally can't just stand around and just let this just keep happening. But yes, so I need some ideas how you would go about taking certain YouTube channels down that should not be up. Taking down the scoreboard videos, they need to go. Like, literally need to go. And I mean, the views on them are just something ridiculous. And I know it's not the actual gangs probably making them, but they are, yeah, glorifying what's going on and is taking the piss. So if anybody can give me any ideas how we could go about doing that. Same as the knife companies as well. Mish Mills says, I will have to do my homework on those two companies. Yes, definitely do. I was shocked. Like, I know I was expecting to see, yeah, a lot of knives. It wasn't really the amount. It was more what the types and the way it's sold, the way shocking. And how many different companies supply their knives. That's even more horrifying. I was shocked that there were so many. I wouldn't even know. Like, it'd be hard to get all them taken down. So I don't know. So please, Misha, I could definitely do with your assistance. All right. So yeah, you know, things like that. So we can keep this moving, but we're progressing on it. So we can actually do something about it. Big up to Maggie Mooks as well. P saying selling body armor alongside knives is like selling chicken with Slim Fast. Yeah, yeah. You just can't believe. It's madness. Mish is saying a lot of these young people are broken and really see nothing else but the streets for themselves. Yep, I definitely believe that. There are a lot of young people out there. You know, who can't see anything. But I want to put it out there again. I particularly know lots and lots of people out there who are doing great things for young people, giving wonderful opportunities. And I'm talking not just here, not just in London, I'm talking across the UK. So, you know, check out our page. We promote everybody who is literally about the youth. You know, they're about saving lives. They're about the future of our young people and helping them with changing mindset, you know, helping them if they're in trouble. That's just reminded me, because I didn't get to what I wanted to speak to earlier. I forgot all about it, and that has just reminded me. Right. Now, one thing we discussed previously on one of our lives was the fact that, oh, hang on, I've lost it now. Right, found it again. My brain could just go just like that. It certainly does. Anxiety is a real struggle, man. But yes, right, so my point was about beef squashing. Now, I've spoken about this a lot. It was an idea of mine many, many years ago. I've talked to a lot of people, and everybody says, yes, we certainly need that. We need, you know, some kind of, I don't know what it would be. So please, any ideas that anyone thinks of, or, you know, anything that could just, you know, trigger some other good, you know, inspirational thing off. So, yeah, so what we're thinking is either a phone number, an app, something like that, where you can just get help. You're in a beef, you don't know how to sort it out, but we have people who are good at, you know, sorting out beefs. And I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. Just, you know, resolving situations. Because time and time again, we're hearing very trivial circumstances that have caused these deaths. Could be something slight and it's just escalated over social media. But yeah, if you can think of anything out there to do with the beef squashing, because that's something. Where did I see? I saw something a little while ago, and they were talking about having something similar on an estate, but I think it was going to be police. But I don't think the police, I don't know. I'm thinking more, you know, people in our community that, you know, have been, you know, they're clued up and they, you know, are good at talking to people and communicating and maybe resolving some of these beefs that are going on. But obviously that, you know, I know there's a lot going on and that wouldn't resolve everything, but that could help. That literally could help. But from what Rottweiler was saying earlier about the rappers, and he was saying, you know, like they're not speaking out. But what I talked about last week was the bloodbath that rappers are actually causing in our communities. And I literally found a lot of this out last week. I came across some video and they're talking about, you know, what's going on the streets and how a lot of it, as well, a fair amount of it is caused by the beefs of certain rappers out there in the limelight that then, you know, goes down onto the streets. And literally people are being killed because of all this. So I don't know, how do we get them accountable? You know, because, you know, if they came out and, you know, spoke, they might make a big difference, especially if they are seen as a role model. Right, Big P, I'm taking another message here. It says, it wasn't down to the street thing, it was in a hostel. Okay, to do with your brother. Someone with mental health couldn't hold their hands up. The fella got 3 years in hospital. Oh my God. This is what I mean. Like, what I've come to realise is that the knife situation, people are just, like, all kinds of people are knifing up people. People that we wouldn't have thought years ago. So, you know, what you were saying, P, about, you know, the lifestyle thing, and it's just seen as, but it's crazy. It's actually so crazy that this is all, going on. Right, Mish is saying that he will, don't worry. Brilliant. Had not would. What else have we got? Celeb BLM, big up to you. And thank you, Mish, because really, I need some help, man. I'm trying over this like, you know, and I've got, you know, Christella, my daughter-in-laws, and my friend Leela, who was on today, and so many of you that are supporting, you know, you're playing a part, you're getting involved, and that is that's the first part, you know, to actually be up for listening, getting involved in, doing what you can. So big up to all of you, all right? A lot of you, man, like, big up to you. Thank you. Really, really appreciate you. Big P also says it's not the kids, it's the internet and the system. Yeah, internet. Now, we've said this before, haven't we, P? Like, it definitely seemed to propel at the point of social media. So we've got the government who are bringing in a new law, and that will deal with that, and that's going to hit them in their pockets. the social media companies, should I say, the social media platforms. Now, I don't know if I did tell you this all before, but it's called the Online Harms Bill. I happened to see a little clip of Boris in Parliament, and I thought, oh, what's this then? And yes, they've been trying to get this law through for 2 years. Now, it's very nearly through. I haven't thoroughly read the whole, the ins and outs of it. It's 145 pages long, but I am going to print that out and I'm going to check exactly what the hell is in that. But it addresses and claims to deal with racism, which is fantastic, brilliant, and also the safety of children online. So yes, I'm going to have a proper look at that, break it down, see, what maybe we could use to do with the, the knives. I've actually got a guy called Pez, who was Still Warriors, and he's been involved in changing some of because they're putting the legislation together. He's been involved with adapting bits and pieces. So I'm hoping to get him back on the show, see if we can get him involved in, trying to tweak things that we feel are very important and would be a solution. So this is why I feel it's so important to get everybody's views, opinions. Because you never know, and we need to feel like, the communities have been involved, Right, more messages. Let's go. Mish says, but it's the attitude of we can't help them all. Yeah. Yes, it's on like a car bonnet. Consider me in. Brilliant. I love that. Love that. Shout out to Leah Katie as well. How to get out of a gang, help and support. Yeah, we've got people on board. We've got plenty of people that do all that. They do that on a daily, from all different areas. And because I helped coordinate the Your City Says No, I linked up with a lot of different towns and cities, like literally all across the UK. Not all of them did the one-day nationwide campaign, but I linked up with loads of them. So I know literally who's doing what and where. I promote them as much as I can all over Let the Youth Live page, and also my Sweetly Official one, because I know literally all they need is a bit of funding, some more support, and they'll be making a lot more changes for people's lives. We've got, who have we got? We've got United Borders. We have men like Paul McKenzie doing amazing things, Carl Pinkney. I'm telling you, we have some amazing people out there. Pastor Lorraine Jones, they're walking solutions. They are walking solutions. So literally we need to just, support them, help them wherever we can. And also, let's just build our solutions as well. Work as a team, all right? What else we've got? Right, Misha's saying the family safety. Some of these kids are so in deep, it's hard not. Yeah, that's another thing as well. I mean, that is frightening in itself. Like, I mean, I've had to go to the police over the years for certain things, but when you're so deep into something, and then, I've heard of families where, the police have got involved, the person's tried to exit the gang, then the family are being threatened. And I actually know a horrific story of the family went to the police and they said they were scared. They were scared. They didn't get any protection, and their house was burnt down, and a 7-year-old was killed. And that was gang related. That was, again, the police not, being able to protect people. And it's just, people don't have faith in the police. Rottweiler had a very good point, what he was saying when he came on earlier today, about the police, that, they're not respected, and especially, within the Black community, because of the way that they treat people. So that's something that's going to that's something else. You know what I mean? That I just don't know. All I know is that, it's good to talk about solutions, work on those solutions and help the people that are out there, you know, really working. They're not set up, you know, in most cases as, you know, a community group or, you know, getting funding. They're literally providing stuff out of their pockets. And they've been doing it for years, because if they waited for funding, like, there'd be more children dying. So big up to them, big up to them. All, you know, all the people out there doing great things. Really, really proud of you all, because we're up against it. Rottweiler said, he said so many good points about, you know, it's not popular to be saying what I'm saying today and talking out. You know, people, it's not seen as the popular choice. But to me, you know, I suffer with anxiety. I find it hard speaking out. Like, you know, it's a lot. But people are dying. Our children are dying. So many mums are losing their children. This is something, you know, we can't just bury our heads in the sand. Mish is saying, leave the streets and go where and do what? Right, we have lots of people out there, but like I was saying, these people probably haven't got funding. These people, so we need some people to help these people who are out there, who are, you know, they've got places for, you know, people who are leaving the streets. They are set up for them to go there, yeah? They have got things that they can put in place for them to then go on to do. So there is people out there, like there is. I mean, my platform, you know, I can only promote awareness of all these people as much as I can, you know what I mean? But I can only go so far if nobody's, you know, posting that or reposting it to get it out there further. I do this to support them wonderful people out there who are trying. They are, you know, they're trying. Mish Mills says, that's the other thing. A lot of unstable adults are wandering around waiting for someone to stab. Yeah. And that's frightening as well. I mean, we used to have a lot of mental health hospitals and stuff for many years. You know, they call it care in the community, and they're walking about in the community. And yes, there are some, like, you know, people suffering severe mental health, very unstable. Now, we've got people doing patrols. We've got a lot of people setting up patrols. I'm thinking of setting up a GoFundMe to raise money for South London to do one. You know, so we're looking for people to get on board with that. You know, anybody's up for doing that. We are, you know, I'm thinking about just raising the money because I know South London needs it. We haven't got anything in place. There's nothing here. There's nothing here to protect our kids, to, you know, even opportunities really, or, yeah, there's nothing kind of events, or there's nothing really. And even if you had that, the safety of it all, like, it's not set up so that people are safe. So yes, Mish is saying the pleasure is all his. Big P saying, once you get involved in stuff, it's hard to get out because peer pressure and more stuff that happens. More you have to retaliate. Back in the day, you were soft for not approaching a girl. Now, if it's you, don't stab. Approaching a girl now, if it's you, don't stab. Yeah, we've had someone who stabbed a girl who said she wasn't interested. Like, you know, it's shocking. Misha's saying, ask my bro if I'm in, I'm in. Yeah, no, I truly believe that. Thank you, Mish. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you too as well. He says some of it does stem from the home. Let's not pretend. No, definitely. We're saying that. But I always did say it fully. But then my friend Christella, who works in the child exploitation, was saying, you know, like she looks after people who they don't have parents. The parents aren't there. And they are, you know, literally, it's hard. It's very hard because they haven't been equipped with certain skills. They haven't been equipped with, you know, the mindset, the help. So yes, it's very, very hard. But what I've always said it's a lot of things. Now, for years and years and years, all people do is just speak like, you know, we could have deep discussions all about the ins and outs of the school system, the parenting, and believe you me, I've done all that. I've done it for years and years and years, like, but nothing's really come of that. And literally, so many people are dying. I thought we need to speak about what we can do now. So now is literally where we got with it was the bleed kits, the cabinets, right? One thing will save lives. It's actually a response to what's going on, because that's what somebody said who came on the podcast, that it's a response that we're doing. But why not? Literally, why not? So there was that while everyone's discussing, and what's his name? Khan, Sadiq Khan is doing knife summits, that nothing's come of it. You know, more than likely, it's probably so much money he's thrown at stop and search, and he thinks that's all right. It's not all right. That's not working. That hasn't worked. But yeah, so there's so much, you know, the ins and outs of everything. So what we're trying to do now is think of solutions that will save lives, things we could do now, things we, you know, like the weapons company, the weapons companies, the post that are sending these things out. Who's going through the post? Why is a metal not coming up? Why? Because I can't figure it out unless they're wanting that to get through. That's it. Big P saying, wish it could stop, but with the internet, it's never stopping because it's all you see. Nobody wants to watch happy videos. That's the society we live in. Just so right again, P. Yeah, because it's all the negative shit that people, repost it. All the negative. They want to just keep sharing that. They've seen something traumatic. So, yeah, and I thought, whoa, that was awful. So I'll just send that to someone else. Like, what the hell? But it's the reality of what's going on. But we need to question that. We need to talk about that. Put it out there into the universe, because it's not right. It's not the norm. Shouldn't be the norm. But yeah, any suggestions about these knife companies? And please go and check out Anglo Arms. Please do. We've got Peace and Love Movement. They're doing a petition. But, please sign that. But that's like literally a couple of years before they get into Parliament. When we get the signatures, we want something done now. Like, even if you lot could think of something, right? I'd happily go and chain myself somewhere. If it would make a difference. Like, I'm up for it. Like, I'm past caring now about, what anyone thinks about me. Children's lives matter. They certainly matter. As a parent, it's always been scary, but this is something else. It really, really is. Shout out again to Chantel. Enough love to you, my darling. Mish Mill says there is so much that some of these kids have been through and are sent as and seen as babies that has done a number on them. But the stigma was attached to mental health. These kids will not talk. Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't think the young people have got faith at all in help out there. And I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I still can't get over the fact that the government spent £1 million on a website. Who's going to use that website? Who's going to go on that website? How is it ever going to be worth £1 million? Well, that's what I heard. It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe it was $500,000. But even so, why not put the money to the right places? But, they never do. One day, I'm hoping they will. But in the meantime, it's about pushing the people that are really against so many barriers as well. The council, all these, things that they've got to get through first just to get their ideas heard, or what they're doing to get help to do it. Right, we'll take another message from Mish. He says, we have to also help them to realise their worth and find a way to respect one another, even if they don't like one another. Yep, that's certainly true. Having respect for one another. Because these days, it's just like, I don't know, people are so quick to disrespect people. Like, you know, and everybody deserves respect. You know, that's common courtesy, common decency. Right, Misha's also saying, together surely we will get somewhere one step at a time. Definitely. It's about the right people, the people that you don't people that you don't have to break down to them, like all of us on here today. I don't have to break that down to you, exactly what it's like, what's going on out there, because we know already, and we'd like to do something about it if we can. So literally, if we take, one thing away from today is that supporting the people that are genuine out there, that actually care about young people, care about the future, care about what's going on, and to support them in what they're doing. Whether they're going on a march, you know what I mean? Promote that for them. Whether they are raising money for something, for events or whatever it is. Just do something to help those people. And like I said, you can always just check out, the people we repost here. They are all standing out in the communities for doing exceptional work, and you can always join them. You can get on board if and if you can't do that, donate money. Or if you can't do that, share their posts. I'm reaching out to everybody as well today for the GoFundMe that I'm doing. Yeah, the GoFundMe, it's a life-saving piece of kit. We need them. We just need to start installing them throughout London, throughout the UK. UK are doing really well, though. The West Midlands, big up to them. They haven't even had to have it broken down to them. They know how urgent it is. They know how critical they are, and that they will save lives. I mean, even we've got in London, the only two we have at the moment currently are Liverpool Street Station, Victoria Station. So this is the bleed control cabinets that are 24/7 public accessible. All right. So I'm raising money to put them in South London. I could do with anybody sharing that for me. Right. I've reached out a lot, but I need support with that. I need people to share that, to post it up, get people on board, even a small donation to it, because every time I raise the money for one cabinet, I will be getting that installed. But literally, the London needs, we need to come together, and we need to bloody raise the money for these, because we don't want to wait for the government. That would be waiting. So yeah, so if you can, please share that up for me. Please support it. Mishmil is saying there's 42 police officers at the bus stop every afternoon to take the poor people off the free bus who ain't got a ticket. But when there's a young, valuable life on the line, they're along come too. Yep, police walking the estate and they're petrified. Yeah, I make you right. They're doing it in the wrong places at the wrong time. They're not doing, these estates need, they need an office on there with the people beef squashing. They need patrols going around there. They need CCTV all over the bloody place. And even the people that live on those estates, but then we've got that added problem as well, that when things kick off and incidents happen, nobody knows anything. They know nothing. And I can't blame them that they don't know anything, because you're scared what's going to happen to you next. Are you going to be killed? Are you going to be stabbed up because you've seen something? Now, I do know our ladies at Peace and Love Movement, they actually report anonymously on behalf of people. So if there is anybody out there who does want to speak out, you can definitely message them. They do it through, I think it's something called Fearless. But there's murders out there where no one knows anything. They don't know anything. You know, the poor parents, you know, they can't get any kind of justice for their children. It's heartbreaking. It is really heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking situation. But we are all here to make a difference, coming together. Mish Mills also saying we need to work on funding for the places where help is available. Yep, I could give you a list of places that need funding. Literally, there's so many. I mean, I do promote them all up on the page. Yeah, it's very important. That's literally why I started doing this, along with my daughter. I mean, she came up with the name of Let the Youth Live. She did a big, like, open letter that she put on Facebook, just saying how, you know, it's devastating that the situation is out on the streets, and, you know, losing a lot of her friends. Yeah, so literally she wrote that. I'm going to try and find that original letter. I'm going to post that up. But yeah, so when I read that, I thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's set up Let the Youth Live. Let's start supporting people who are out there who are not getting help. They're not getting funding. So yeah, so that's literally what I've done for the last 3 years. Chantel, take a message from you. It says, yes, that is true, Mish Mill. Police too occupied trying to give a kid a fine or take him off the tram or bus when they're trying to get home. Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, they need to sort out and prioritise. To me, that's like, what the hell is that? Like, we have got lives that are being lost. Yeah, and it's like, I feel like we need, I mean, Pastor Lorraine Jones is always saying it, that we need to get the right people round the table, you know, and that's what needs to be said to Sadiq Khan. You know what I mean? What the hell's going on? Pulling up kids for an oyster. When we've got, you know, kids have got more worrying issues, whether they're going to be stabbed to death, whether they're going to be attacked while they're out. You know what I mean? Or they might be trying to intervene or think about intervene. You know, these good kids that, you know, are trying to break things up, and then they ends up getting killed. You know, I've seen there was a young dad not that long ago who was murdered. He went out to help. He was a homeless guy. But it's got to change. I mean, they do say things never stay the same. Things have to change. We want to see changes for the better. I can see already, you know, people doing things. I can see movement. Even since we started up this live, roughly about, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I've literally, things we've talked about on here. I've heard people say it word for word, it coming out of their mouths. Things that we've discussed on here that we know are solutions. So that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that, you know, we're getting the message out there. People are getting on board, you know, hearing what we're saying. I heard Scar City Studios, you know, saying what we were talking about, which was people filming people dying. And they're putting that message out there. It's wrong. You know, people need to be nicked for doing that. Mish Mills says, it means so much that you give up your time to help with this. Oh, bless you, my darling. You know, I suffer really, like I've said this before, I suffer so much with anxiety, severe anxiety. Sometimes where I can't speak. I mean, I struggle sometimes to write text and that. I mean, I'll let you into a little secret, you know, when I'm like writing up even posts and stuff, sometimes I can't write a lot, because when I write, I start thinking about what I've just written, and I could be there for half an hour, you know, rejudging myself, thinking, oh my God, can I post that up? So now I just tend to post, and then I'll think about what I'm going to write after. But this is so serious. This is lives. And I've just got to big up my beautiful friend Christella as well. who literally, you know, it was her. She put a video up recently and just saying it was just after the Hyde Park event. Well, I say event, incident, horrific. So she put up a video, and I thought, you know what? I asked her to come on board with me. Let's start doing this live. Do it as much as we can. I think the first week we did, I think 5 or 6 evenings we did, and the people were on to discuss. I've realised on a Sunday we don't get as many people come up through, but that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's about who's pulling up, who's coming on, who's speaking out. But this, we literally, what we're going to need help with is to get this out there. So more people come on board, so more people's opinions, ideas, support. I know we've got good solutions, and I know that they're good because over the years I've come across experts at this who are out there saving lives. They know what to do, but they're not getting the funding. And that was through all my music, really, through Best in Britain. I've come across so many people out there in the community. So big up to them. Misha says, God bless you. You are an absolute rock star. Enough love, man. I don't do it at all for any, you know what I mean, praise in any kind. I mean, I've fallen out with people over the years, you know, because I don't want to be on the news, and I'm happy. I don't care who's doing it. I don't care who is, you know, getting that message out there, right? You know, doing the work. It's about us doing it together. That's all that matters, is that we do it. Right, Mish Mills, he says, you say the word, girl. Chantel saying, I'm involved. Brilliant, my darling. Bless you. And Mish is saying, my pleasure. Big P says, no, I mean, if you don't stab someone nowadays, you get bullied, etc. Back in the days, I wasn't big. If you couldn't get a girl's number now, if you can't stab an op, right? This is exactly right. There's like pressure on our kids to be stabbing people. And I know that. I definitely know that. We've got people who are inside who are getting messages out to, you know, young people and, you know, demanding that they go out now and stab someone right now, anyone. And we're up against it. I know we're up against it. But I believe together we can definitely make a difference. Definitely. Mish says, I think we should have scheduled lives to brainstorm, then moving forward, address each point. Yes, you're on my wavelength, Mish. Right. That is the idea. That is what the vision that I've come with. That's exactly. And we literally, when we first started, because I had Christella on board, I had my daughter Laws, but where she's got my grandson, she can't always do the lives. But we were doing that, and also with Peace and Love Movement. The last 2 weeks, Christella's not been able to join me, so I've just been doing it, just going for it, because I know it's so important. So yes, so I'm up for doing more lives. I'm up for scheduling the lives. So Mish, if you want to be part of that, I'd love to incorporate you. So if you're free, you come up on the live as well, all right? So literally, we have a list of the solutions. Big P is saying his phone and predictive text, I'm done. He gives up. Right, and Mish is also saying, make decisions what we will begin with and who will do what. Yes. Well, yes, that's what we need, is an interactive meeting. That's exactly what I had in mind with Let the Youth Live podcast, that it was a community meeting where we come up with solutions. We have the list of the urgent solutions that will work now. We've got them, right? We've discussed them, which I will go through in a minute, what we'd spoken about, which were the instant, these are solutions, we can do them now while we're working on other stuff. Mish says, we will get there, my lovely Lee. My Lee, we will get there. I know. Well, I have absolute faith. Like, I literally have faith, and I know that we can do it. That's what's, you know, keeps pushing me to keep going. You know, I must say, I do get disheartened every now and again. And that's literally with people that, you know, things that have been said to me that, yeah, things that I've been shocked that have been said to me. I couldn't believe. You know, like, oh, why are you bothering? It's only one life. And I'm like, what? Hang on. And then the people that I have to break it down to and explain what's going on, why it's so important, why we need to do this, why we need people. Like, I've realised that there is a lot of talking going on and has been for many years. But what I really realised is that people weren't joining up together. They weren't collectively working together. This is still a struggle of mine right now, getting people to help one another. So although you may be doing something great in your community, there's other people who might be in your same community who are doing great work, who it would be great if you posted them up, if you highlighted that they're doing a march, even if you're not going on that march. But I've noticed, and I know from reaching out myself, that it's not happening. So that would be great to see, you know, other people promoting one another and working together, because that's what it's going to take. It's definitely going to take that. Mish, another very good point there, what you're saying about big companies to sponsor. Now, that's something that I'm starting work on this week, definitely. Big up to you for saying that. Big up to my friend Leela, who was on earlier. So glad that she joined us. She's been such a big help since I started Let the Youth Live. She's literally, helped push the whole thing for me. But she has, you know, she's got a big family. She's a businesswoman. She's very busy. And she, you know, helps as and when she can. She loved her, like massive love. Shout out to my beautiful friend. Big up to Leela. And she says she's gonna, she's gonna make an effort to join us more on these lives. That was the first that she joined us today. So thank you, Mish, for all your input today, and you as well, Chantel, and Big P. I really appreciate you. This is exactly what I've been envisioning. This is exactly what is needed. And like you're saying, so if we have this list, we address the things, we see how we've progressed, what we can do, and how we can push people who are doing really good things. So I'm going to take all of this on board today, all of this, and I'm feeling very positive. Bless you all, like literally, for all your comments and everything, you know, getting involved in all of it. Mish says as well, they're wanting to get through, but we will fight. Fuck them, we will fight back. Yes, F them, we are fighting back. All right, we want the young people to know we are here. We're here for you. Like literally, I want more young people on board as well. Because I said this the other week, I'm kind of lacking. I want young people coming on, speaking out. We did have a young lady last week, which was a lovely Loxie, who came on, and she spoke out. She's due to be on a BBC documentary, so she couldn't speak too much. And she said once that's done with, she's going to be fully on board with Let the Youth Live. Big up to Younger Bones. He says it's due to social engineering. That is the point exactly that Leela made earlier when Rottweiler was talking and what he was saying. Yes, there's a lot of social engineering. Big P says it's all supposed to get through if they didn't want to. If they don't want it to. Oh, hang on. That's your predictive text. It's driving me mad now. Oh, my God. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Mish says he agrees as well about social engineering. They know what they are doing. They always did, yes. And that's what, see, the thing is, if everyone got together, like, people power, like, literally. I was so hoping that 95 Crip came on today, because I wanted to find out about the UPP, the United People's Party, because I love the idea of that. And that it sort of incorporates a bit of the beef squashing as well, because he actually goes round and tries to, you know, sort out and resolve issues that are going on that are escalating. Big P says a lot of them get more love on the streets. It's facts, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Chantel's saying, oh, bless you, beautiful. She says, you are appreciated, darling. Oh, thank you. Because it's so, you're doing this. Like I said, there's a lot of negativity around it. And that's been kind of shocking along the way, you know, because I see it as a positive to try and, you know, I'm no expert, you know, but I've met experts along the way. Like, you know, I'm being real here. I've met, and I wasn't out here looking to be speaking out about any of this. You know, I love my music. I love what I do, you know, finding sick artists from all around the UK, and that's now changed to global. But while I was doing that, I've met all these people along the way who do amazing work in the community. And, you know, I'm in awe of what they do, and I'm here to help push what they're doing. But we need everybody to be pushing one another. Mish Mills is saying, Mish is a girl. For some reason, big up, my darling. Hang on. I didn't realise. For some reason, I thought you were guy. Apologies, my darling. Right, so Mish is saying, I mean, look at this live, for instance. If you were doing one of your banging sets, there'd be way more people here. Yeah, you're right. So maybe, I mean, I'm starting a new showcase very, very soon. It's going to be exciting for all you artists. I'm also looking into doing these lives, which I have been doing on Let the Youth Live, doing them on my other big account. So if you think that's a good idea, I've been thinking about that because I've got way more following on that. And the whole point is that we need people on board. We need to get it out there. We need the message out there. We need people, like, we need to get this thing big. So how about, right, from next week, Mish, I'll message you after this or over the weekend, all right? And we'll organise at least 2 lives in the week, right? With that plan that you said, because that's exactly what I had in mind, and that's how I was planning for it to be structured, you know, that it would work like that. You've envisioned exactly the same thing, right? Because that's exactly what. So let's do it. And are you free? I was thinking daytimes because it's easier for me, but I must say that when I done evenings, and I'll tell you what, Wednesday evening was a brilliant night. I don't know why, I don't know what everyone does on Wednesdays, but yeah, we had a lot of people come through on this on a Wednesday. So maybe we could do one on here and one on my Sweetly account, yeah? And just we'll just deal with the solutions and what we're doing and how we're going to support that. But yes, so it'll be great if you could look out and look into the knife sellers, because I think that's the biggest thing we could do right now. Imagine we get them closed down. Like literally, we even have the support of the police on this. Like I saw on my Twitter, on my Let the Youth Live Twitter, I've got a lot of council people, a lot of police and that follow the account. And I noticed there was a police officer and he put a tweet up and he said, he added 3 different police departments and he said, Anglo Arms, based in Luton, let's give them a spin. And I thought, yeah, fucking do, mate. Like, they need spinning over. See what you can do. So, yeah, so I just retweeted it, put a praying thing and said, great idea, mate. Because they need to be spun over. They need to be closed down. They are taking the piss. There's no way around it. They are taking it. They're telling us what they want to do, you know, with the weapons. They know what people are doing with it. Look, they couldn't miss what's going on in the UK. I mean, other countries that were seen as, you know, more violent, had more problem, they're all looking at us right now. They're looking at us. Chantel's saying, what is your GoFundMe? Pin it here, please, darling. I don't know how to get it up on here. What I'll do, all right, I think I put the post up today, all right, on the Let the Youth Live, and I'll do it on my Sweet Lee one as well, all right. I've raised £100 already, but considering that's been out for 4 months, maybe 5, and I've been promoting it, I've been sending it to quite a lot of people that I support as well, and organisations, and, you know, and big up to the people that did post it up. I want to big up one rapper in particular. He was literally the only person who posted it on their page, and it's a rapper called Chester P, an absolute legend in hip hop. And he's another one. He's fully supporting this whole. Soon as he saw it, soon as he saw, you know, what's going on, who was supporting what, you know, that there is movement and it is all solutions. He posted it up on his page. He told people to follow it. He told people like to support, and they did. You know, like it was noticeable how many more people started following. Even I'm doing the End Knife Crime Challenge, which that is another thing that I'm struggling. Even though there's a cash prize, there's loads of goodies, but I don't know what it is, but I've got 2 entries for that. So big up to them, man like Toro C and Chameleon. Enough love to the both of them. I mean, both of them actually, because Toro C is a dancehall artist, and you've got Chameleon. He does hip hop, and the beat is a grime beat, but they're speaking out about knife crime and how they want it to end. So I need more people to get involved in that as well. I've been promoting that up. The beat's up on the YouTube channel. But things like that, you know, we could do with some promotion of that. But thank you so much, me, Shamil, today as well. Apologies that I got it wrong. That you are a beautiful lady, queen. All right, big up to you. And thank you for all your help, and thank you, like I said, I'm feeling really positive, like I feel positive anyway, you know, but feeling even more so, right? Just, and you as well, Chantel, I mean, you've always been a support. Enough love to you as well, my darling. But yes, I'm reaching out. I do need help with the GoFundMe, with the Knife Crime Challenge. Because I feel like, I mean, once we start getting out these cabinets and people start seeing people being saved, yeah, then, you know, logically, people should start clubbing together. Because, you know, I've said this from the get-go, you know, even if people don't want to put money on my GoFundMe, it's not for me, it's for South London and to get as many cabinets as I can. But I would be just as happy if people just raised the money, you know, between them, even if shops raised them, you know, neighbours raise that, and they've got that in their street or on their estate. You know, I just want people, you know, at least you've got, you know, you're kind of a bit organised if the worst happens, that you can at least try to keep someone alive. Massive shout out as well to John as well. Enough love to you. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely Sunday. Glad you could make it. But usually you see me going mad, don't you, dancing to my music. But this is, this is a more, what can I say, serious issue, something that we definitely need to make changes. And even to get, you know, some of the people out there who could do something, to get them to actually listen, because literally I reach out to so many people, like, you know, and I just get blanked, like, you know, and I think even tweeting, and I know Peace and Love Movement, they tweet loads of people, you know, in power and blankety blank, and it's not acceptable. So I don't know. So yes, so weekly meetings, I'm going to do one on Let the Youth Live, one on Sweetly. All right. We're going to have an organised list, Mish and Chantel. Right. So we're going to be, we've got our list of what we know to be solutions. And this is from the 2.5 months of people coming on here, like literally. And what was so mad about this, the whole kind of list, all the things that were mentioned. I had this list written from like 3 years ago. But you know, when you don't have faith yourself in your, but these ideas aren't really mine even. They're what I have heard come out of other people's mouths who are experts, who are out there on the streets, not just mentoring, they're keeping kids alive. And these have come from there, and I've been trying to just push that because I know that they are solutions. But it's going to take people to get involved. So big up to you lot. You've really made my day today. I'm feeling, like I said, very positive going forward towards next week. We have a plan. John's saying, get knife crime upgraded. Yeah, but that's, John, the problem is the time factor. Right, to get anything legally, we're looking at years. We're looking at a petition. You might do that petition and then it gets closed because they close Parliament early. That happens to loads of people's knife crime petitions. What I want to know is the ways we can get emergency law in. They did it for COVID. They do it for nationwide emergencies. How do we get the government to see this as a nationwide emergency? It is a nationwide emergency. How do we force them to agree that it's a nationwide? It's going to take the nation to come out. We did attempt Christella's idea, which we could still do this going forward because, I mean, we were literally just doing it ourselves. But we were doing the clap on a Friday, just a 1 minute remembrance clap, like we did for the NHS, but outside our houses on a Friday after our live, which was to remember all the people, who've lost their lives from knife crime and the ones that are still fighting. And that was something we wanted to get nationwide so that if everybody nationwide was doing it, it was something that could be seen that we were all doing, like if everyone showed their videos or we all went live at the same time, or we did do it for a few weeks. But something like that, like the coordinated Your City Says No nationwide campaign, that's when I discovered that it's a nationwide emergency. Believe me when I say it. Like, you must have seen all the videos from all different places, Manchester, Birmingham. It's everywhere. This problem is everywhere. It's nationwide. So, yeah, that was something that Christella came up with, and I thought that was a wonderful idea, the clap, because it was, something weekly where we can remember people. Like, these are somebody's children. It's heartbreaking. But we can make a difference. John's saying, I'm in Essex, so I don't see all this awful behaviour. Police are a nightmare. It's in Essex as well, John. It's in Essex. It's everywhere. I mean, the incident I saw a week and a half ago, didn't really see it. I haven't seen it anywhere in the newspaper. I haven't seen any report. In fact, tell a lie, I saw the person who got held up for the moped, his mum put an advert thing about it on Facebook. But other than that, I didn't see any newspapers reporting on it. I didn't see. So I would imagine, John, there's a lot going on, and there is a lot going on in Essex that you're not seeing or maybe not hearing about, or maybe people aren't sending you videos. Like here, we get I mean, people know not to send me the videos. But yeah, so there's so much that needs sorting. We know, obviously, it's a big thing, but what we're specifically talking about is solutions for now. Things that we could do. I mean, I made a start last week, and I was talking to Christella, and we were talking about the videos on YouTube, and I mean they're horrifying. But yeah, the scoreboard videos, and when I looked last week, there's loads of them, but they need to be taken down. But I don't know how we take them down, because I don't think just reporting. It's like there's all these nerdy, neaky, platform guys, reporting about what's going on the streets, but they're adding to the shit. Like, they need to be taken down. So if you've got any ideas, or you know how to get anything taken down, Big P saying, keep it up, I'm going to keep promoting this, as everyone should. Bless you, P. Like, seriously, appreciate your support, not only here on Let the Youth Live, with Best in Britain as well. And I see, what you do for artists. You are consistently promoting, you're helping the young out there. You're helping people. Do you know what I mean? So big up to you. Very proud of you, and really, really appreciate, your support all round. Like I said, not just here, but really, love your input, love your ideas, and thank you. Really, really thank you. Mish says, we're here. That's all that matters. I've just shared your page. Oh, thank you. And I will continue to share the page happily. Thank you so much, man. And I'm just so happy I did the live today, because I wasn't sure with my anxiety. I was very bad yesterday with anxiety. And today, I just get thinking, I need to do this today. I need to do it. I wasn't sure if Christella was going to be able to join me, because she works with young people, child exploitation. And I know last week she was in a safe house, so she wasn't able to come live, even though she wanted to. She was trying to. So I don't know what went on today. But yes, really appreciate the support, and looking forward to doing these lives next week. And yes, at least we have a plan. And I'm looking forward to making progress, which we are already. And I do believe that, the right team, the right people are here. And this is why I always say, it's not like we need, help. We just need more people to promote what we're doing and share the message, because the right people were here on this live. I keep saying it, the right people. So bless you all, man. Seriously. Mish says, all this op bollocks, it's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm sick of it. And you see, when I hear it in music as well, it's like I clean all the music. I've always done it. I am very specific about what I play. I will take out certain things. Like, if I particularly like an artist, I will extra edit so that I can play a certain track. Big P says, it's always the shook older that sends the older to do peer, the younger to do peer pressure. Yeah, and that's what's pissing us off a lot. Is the old people, the older generation, who are there, like, promoting them to, go on then, like, G'ing them up. They should be advising them, no. And that's what we want to see. And, big up to the older generation out there who are out there trying to make a difference. And there's a lot of you as well. But it's about us standing up together and speaking it together. That's where the power's coming from all of us coming together. So, like I said, I'm feeling positive. P's saying, keep up the good work. There should be more lives like this. Brilliant. Right. So, because that's what, when we initially started the lives, we did 5 that same week. And literally we done 3 hours, 2 hours, 3.5 hours. So we knew, people do want to speak. Mish says, let's get this page to 4,000 followers immediately. Yeah, that's what we need, man. And because that's what, it dawned on me. It's dawned on me quite recently. And this is a sad fact, right? I see lots of wicked content out there. People doing amazing, but no one's seeing it. They're not seeing it at all. because they haven't got any followers. Even, I mean, the Daniel Baird Foundation, the lady Lynn, who lost her own son, you know, to knife crime. She then thought, you know, he could have been saved if they had a bleed control kit. And I believe that as well. She believes it. So she went and she did research into what could save somebody's life. And she spent however long doing that. She reached out to loads of people. She's reached, you know, she's with, you know, joined up with the West Midland Ambulance Service, the police there, you know, they're working like a team now. You know, she won the Pride of Britain. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. Look at her following. She's got hardly any following. She should have, I don't know, easily, you know, tens of thousands. She literally designed these kits with the help of the medical place. She's done all the graft herself. And she's had to convince people that they're necessary. You know, I'm so proud of her, Lynn. And this is why I promote her, what she's doing. I want to get her page up to thousands because what she's doing is life-saving. Literally life-saving. What an angel she is. So please, everyone, check her out as well. So if you go to the Daniel Baird Foundation. But yeah, they're the ones that do the bleed kits. And then she's had, it's a new product, the cabinets, which are linked to 999. You can't beat these, like seriously, they need to be everywhere. You know, I wish we had one at the Brixton train station because there was a tragedy there not that long ago, that guy Shane who was murdered. You know, they need them, train stations, tube stations, anywhere where there's people. You know, you pray that you won't have to use it, but if need be, they are there. Mish Mills says, the more people, more help and highlight. Exactly. To find the right people. So that's why I think it's going to take it going out to a lot of people. Because already it's been out to quite a lot of people. I've been doing this, I mean, yeah, so I think it's been about 3 years. I was doing it on radio. I used to do, I was doing about 4 shows a week, but one of them was Let the Youth Live. And I had people come in speaking out. You do amazing things in the community and also highlighting artists that speak out about what's going on the streets. So, yeah, so I did that on radio. Chantel's saying, considering you got anxiety, you are amazing. I couldn't possibly do what you could, my darling. Like, literally. Like, if I, one day I'd talk you right through, like, all what I go through. Like, it's been so difficult. I just have different techniques and ways to face that fear because the anxiety doesn't go. It's still there. It's still, you know, I find that if I'm face to face with people, like say when I go live and I see, you know, like I'm face to face with someone who's genuine, who's just, the anxiety goes. You know, like if I can see someone who, you know, who's lovely, you know, and that's what I love, you know, with the Best in Britain as well as this, meeting beautiful people, you know, beautiful inside and out. But yes, I would always say anything is possible. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Like literally, when you guys hear my story, like, and the things that I've had to, you know, overcome to do what I'm doing today. But this, literally, the knife crime, the killing of our children on the streets, it's something that no matter how ill I've been or how, you know, anxious I feel, it's something inside that powers me that, you know, but, you know, I reckon I would have spoken out way more. It's only since I've started doing these lives, 2.5 months really, that I've got more confident of speaking, because I'm not, you know what I mean? I never see myself as any kind of expert on things, but I have learned a lot over the years. Mish Mill says, no one cares till it turns up at their house. We'll struggle on together. Oh yeah, it's just us now. We have to want for everyone what we want for ourselves. End of. Right, GoFundMe page is what, please, says Chantel. I'll send you the link for that, my darling, all right? Or I'll add it on this live when I post it, yeah? Just because I can't, find it on there. But yes, I'll definitely do that, because that is where I'm focused right now. I want to get the money raised, get the bloody cabinets out, installed, get them out there, and then, crack on with the other solutions. This is just that's just one thing that is a solution. And it literally is just a case of, it's money. And it's, to be honest, I don't think it's a lot of money. And once people catch on to this, people are good. They will want to be raising their own money. But at the minute, I don't know what it is that people think it is when I post it up. I don't know. So I really appreciate your help, ladies. Really, really do. Thank you so much. Big up to you, Big P again. And thank you, ladies, man. Mish says, there is hope young people don't let anyone tell you different. Yeah, it's true. Mish is a girl. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Did I already see that? Yeah, hang on. I've gone right up the messages. Where am I? Sorry if I've missed any. Hang on. Worries. Yeah, things don't happen overnight. And let's get some more entries. Yes. And I thought doing Best in Britain, I would have them queuing up. Let's do this, all right? Because I know that's really positive. You know what I mean? To get the entries for that. And I know definitely things don't happen overnight. But 3 years ago, I was determined. With this nationwide, all the cities coming together. But yeah, I think I'm wondering about this, maybe doing the clap nationwide on a certain day and certain time, and we just promote it rather than an every week thing that we do it as a one-off. So yeah, so we'll talk about that, and I will message you both or we'll have a little catch up before we go live next week. Yeah. All right, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for everyone who joined, everybody who's been on. Mish says we're going to get these cabinets, and the cabinet company can donate somewhere. When we finish with them, they will be, yes, exactly. It's only right, it would be rude not to. Yeah. Chantel says, I've got to go, but I'm here for this. Well done, young lady, and I shall be doing all to get promoted. GoFundMe, and I should also DM you to see if I can help in any other ways. Bless you. Right, so Chantel's gone, isn't she? It's just me and you, Mish. And I'm so sorry. I don't know why I never thought Mish short for Mish. I'm so sorry. So please forgive me for getting it wrong, that you weren't female, you weren't a queen, my darling. John has put up here as well, if there were more facilities for the youth, they would have something to do. Half of the trouble we have is because of boredom. Yes, John, but again, safety for our youth, because they're not safe in youth clubs. I don't care what anybody says, they are not safe. Going there, in there, probably on the way home. So yeah, but we do need youth clubs. Mish says, yes, have a blessed weekend and take good care. You too, all right, my darling. God bless you too, all right? And yes, we have a plan. Let's do this, all right? Enough love to you, all right? Yes. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, all right? Now, for anybody out there who isn't already following us, please follow Let's the Youth Live on all social platforms. Also, we're doing a End Knife Crime Challenge. Please get involved. That's on the YouTube channel, Best in Britain to find the beat. But yes, we want to hear your experiences why we need to stop knife crime. But big up to everybody who got involved today. Big up to everybody up on the live. All right. Have a blessed rest of your weekend. All right. Enough love to you, Mish. All right. And catch up with you soon. Okay. All right. Take